Okay, in this lesson we're going to learn the parts of the guitar. We're going to learn the parts of the acoustic guitar and the electric guitar. First of all, we're going to start with the acoustic guitar. This is probably the instrument that most of you will be playing, but some of you do have electric. We'll start off. This is my guitar, the guitar I'll be using in my lesson program. The guitar has a body, has a neck, and it has a head. This is the way that I like to explain this to young kids, but this is the body, the neck, and the head, just like a person. Only the neck is a lot longer, and the head is a lot smaller, and the body is big. But that's how you can look at your guitar. It has tuning knobs up here. These are the tuning heads. These tune the strings. The bottom of the guitar, the sound hole is in the body of the acoustic. It helps the sound come out. That's sort of obvious, but this is the bridge right here. This part right here is the bridge, and then this right here, this piece of mine is made out of bone. Some people's made out of plastic on less expensive guitars. This is the saddle, okay? These little tuning pins that are in here, these are just the string pins. They hold the strings in there, okay? Some guitars are designed a little differently down here. They may have, you'll be able to see yours. These pins go straight down in there. They hold the strings in. The strings run across the saddle, down the neck, across the nut. This part right here is the nut, and then onto the tuning pegs, okay? This is the neck, consists of different parts. This is the fretboard. The flat front face of the guitar neck is the fretboard, okay? And the frets are these metal things that go across the strings are the frets. The frets will help the guitar. Well, it's what we'll be talking a lot about in my lessons. When you move down to, like, say, the 3rd fret, as you push on a string, you'll make the string shorter, and so the string gets a higher pitch. Okay, so you can count your frets: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, and this is the 12th fret right here. Usually your guitar will have a separate 2 dots or maybe a long bar piece of design on there. That's the octave, which we'll learn more about. So my acoustic also has an electric system in it. This is the electric system. You plug in my guitar at the bottom right here. You plug that in there to a PA or to an amp, and then you have a separate volume right here. Mine has low, high, mid frequencies in equalization that you can do. If your acoustic doesn't plug in, you can buy for $30 to $50 a sound hole pickup that you put right underneath the sound hole, and the cord would just go right down into an amp. Or you can install a pickup like mine. My pickup is actually under the saddle. They call it under the saddle. That's where the strings are going to pick up, and then they go through cords and into the plug here. Most of the time when you have an acoustic guitar, when you're playing in church or in a band or anywhere where you need amplification, if your guitar has a pickup in it, you're going to use that pickup into a PA, into the system that you're in. Like if it's in a church, you would probably be best off to plug into, you go to a direct box and it goes into a PA, and then they can turn you up, okay? You're probably not going to use just a regular electric amplifier for an acoustic. There are special acoustic amps that you can use. They're a little more expensive, but they have just a lot nicer sound. And a lot of those amps also have a direct out that you could, for example, you could play your acoustic guitar could go out into an acoustic amp, and then that acoustic amp could directly go out into the house system. So you could use that acoustic amp in a band to hear yourself, like a monitor, and then you would want your main guitar sound to come out of the house or out of the main PA. So let's just do a quick review of the acoustic, and we'll go to the electric. It's got the body, the neck, the head, the tuning knobs, the nut, the frets all down across. This is the fretboard. The neck again, the sound hole, the bridge, the saddle, and these are just string pins. Okay. All right, let's move on to the electric guitar. Some of you are in this taking these lessons, and you have an electric guitar, and this is my electric guitar, the one I'll use during electric sessions. It's the same thing with the body, the neck, the head, the tuning knobs. My tuning knobs on this one are 6 per side. Some of you who have like a Fender Strat, this is a Fender Strat. Some of you have like a Les Paul, will have 3 tuning knobs to a side, okay? Same thing, the guitar has a nut, also has frets, just goes all the way down. Electrics give you a little more room, see, a little more room into the frets. You can get way down here into like the 21st fret on an electric with no problem. Acoustics, you can't usually unless you have a cutaway. The thing that's different about the electric is, well, you can see it doesn't have a sound hole because the sound is produced electronically through these pickups. These are 3 pickups. They're single coil pickups. Les Pauls, other guitars have humbucking pickups, humbuckers. They're 2 single coils wrapped together. This is volume, tone, and tone. And then this right here, everybody always asks what this knob is for. This little knob is a selector between the pickups. So you might have pickup 1 is all the way back. You might flip up 1 and it might be these 2 pickups, flip up in the middle, and it changes all the way up to the top would be just this pickup here. This is called your neck pickup, and this is called your bridge pickup. You'll hear the difference if you plug this into an amp. This is your plug-in here. I've left the back plate of my guitar off to show you sort of how it works inside the back of a regular tremolo system here. I've added some springs, but this holds this in place, won't let it move up and down, but this guitar does have a whammy bar you can stick in here and you can push down, wow, 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 make a whammy bar sound, okay? It's bolted on, the neck is bolted on, and then we have just a strap, 2 little buttons for straps, okay? And that's basically everything you need to know about, the basics of your electric guitar. Unless you really know what you're doing, I would not take any of this stuff off just yet or move it around. This little hole right here is a truss rod. Every guitar neck has one, as long as it's not really inexpensive. The truss rod keeps the neck straight, keeps it from bowing back or forward as the strings put on tension.